What's up, you guys? Narakami Woodruff here, and I am back. And I know it's been like 3 weeks since I recorded, so I'm sorry. But I'm back doing What If Deku Was Born in Ruby, Part 3. Now, right before I continue, we'll begin Part 3. I would like to. I would like to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I am I can't believe this channel actually made it to 1,000 subscribers. I am so happy that you guys really appreciate the videos I make, these what if stories, and I love you guys. I love when you guys are showing the love on my videos. I appreciate that. You guys make me happy. I appreciate it. And by the way, after I do what if Deku was after I do this, I may do a redo of what if Deku was in Persona 3. And also um had one person give me a name of the secondary weapon. I tried looking for him, but it's his comment's not there no more, so I'm sorry, dude. To the one who commented the name of the secondary gun. So I can't remember the name, so I'm sorry, dude. And if you get this video, if you see this video, comment the same name that you put in. And if not, uh, yeah, if not, someone else can put in the name for the weapons. So yeah, so comment down below for the name for this and the name for this. So yeah. Actually, did I get a name for the one? Hold on, let me check. Did I get it? Part 3. Plus, I love it that you guys really love my Ruby series. The Deku has PTSD. No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's a name for it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so comment down below for Izuku's first and secondary weapons. So, let's get into the video. Now, right before, we're gonna do a quick recap. So, back in part 2, we did a showing of Izuku's weapon with Grim, with the Grim of a um, yeah, we did the showing of Izuku's weapon, and the talk between Izuku and Weiss about Ruby being the leader, and the talk between Izuku and Weiss, and the fight between Cardin and John, the bullying, and Izuku talking to John, and after that asked him to train. And when he left, well, Blake pulled him to her bed to sleep. And also had the nightmare of the lady that, if you guys remember from part 2, nearly at the end, had the nightmare of that one person with like white skin, with black eyes, with red eye dots. So yeah, and also, wait, before I continue, did you guys see the Ruby anime? Like the one that Crunchyroll posted? Comment down below of what you think. Cause do you like the original or the anime? So from what we saw in that trailer, they're gonna start all the way from the beginning, like what they did in Ruby Beacon. So should they start it out different? Like not like the repeat, or should they do their own route? Oh well. But let's get into this. Let's get to this part now. Let me just lower the music. I don't know if you guys hear this, but now, right from where we're gonna start off is Izuku waking up. So when Izuku was waking up, he sees Blake really close to his face, and when he saw this, he blushed crazy because Blake was way too close to his face. Like in his mind, he says, "She's too close." Now, Izuku slowly got up, trying not to wake her up, and went to go clean himself up. So, Izuku, when he was taking a shower, he starts remembering that nightmare, which he thought it was a nightmare. Like, he thinks to himself, who was that lady? I don't even know her. But she seems to know my. She seems to know me, but I don't know why. But I'll put this in the back of my mind and figure it out later. I have to train John later. Now, after Izuku was done with this thinking, so he went to dry himself off and put his clothes on. Now he went off to go cook breakfast. Now before he left, he decided to wake up the girls. Yeah, so he decided to wake up the girls and said, "Girls, it's time to wake up." First, he went up to Blake to gently wake her up. "Blake, wake up." Blake says, "No, 5 more minutes." "Okay, Blake, I will give you 5 more minutes, but just tell me what do you want for breakfast?" And this is what she says: "Fish." Izuku was like, "Fish for breakfast?" "Yes, and yes, I want fish. Don't don't question it." Okay, I'll give you fish." Now, is there anything else you want? Um, tea. No. Well, let's just say some other juice. Now he went to go wake up Yang. Now, when he went to go wake up Yang, he sees Yang's, part of her tank top. So he doesn't want to look. So he wakes up Yang and says, Yang, it's time to wake up. And Yang wakes up and yawns and says, "Good morning, Izuku." Good morning, Yang. And could you? I'm gonna make some breakfast. What do you want? Uh, a bit of pancakes, eggs, bacon, and juice. And okay, I'll go wake up Ruby and Weiss. So he went to Weiss and Ruby, and they both woke up. And obviously Izuku asks what they want. Obviously, Ruby wants pancakes with chocolate chips. Like, who wouldn't? With with chocolate, with chocolate milk also. And Weiss also wants pancakes, but instead of juice, she wants tea. So Izuku left the room to make some pancakes, well, breakfast for everyone. Now, after a couple of minutes, they went to the kitchen. You see the food that they presented, that Izuku presented on the table, magnifique. Why did I say it like that? now, now they were drooling. They were drooling at the food. Izuku sees them and says, so Izuku sees them and says, and giggles a little bit and says, "Come on, guys, eat your breakfast. You don't want to get cold, right?" Yeah, yeah, and now Izuku, he just has his own breakfast. Well, the same thing that Yang has, but yeah. So after they ate breakfast, they went to, well, they already have the uniforms on. So Izuku got his headphones like this, but not the mark. Ooh. It hit starting a little bit. These are his headphones. They're green, but ignore the mark. That is Ren's mark. So he puts on his headphones and plays some good music. If you, he plays Palladium Mall. Yeah, Palladium Mall. If you don't know what that music is, it's from like Persona 3. Persona 3 has really good jazz music, like good music. Like I recommend you guys listen to those music. Like they're really good. It keeps you chill and studying. Now, while they're walking, while he was walking to his class, he felt a tap on his shoulder. And he sees John. Izuku took off his headphones and says, "Oh, hey, John. Uh, hey, Izuku. I just came to ask. When did we start our sword training? Uh, us, I think we started sword training during. We start our sword training after our classes, so we do have a week until our trip to the forest. I forget the name of the forest, but yeah. Oh, okay, Zuku. Also, John, don't let Cardin get to you. Stay strong, man. Don't let him get to you, okay? Okay, Izuku. And also, Pira is trying to... Pira's trying to help you, man. So, come on. So, let's... Come on. Let's get going, okay? John says, okay. Give me a sec, guys. I need a drink. Now, so they made to their class, and I think her name is Professor Peach. I don't know, like the science teacher. So, so they do their class work. Like, Ruby just finds it boring. And why is staying focused? And Blake is reading her book. And, Yang is maybe listening? Yeah. But, yeah. So we're gonna time skip to... Actually, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna have him do a 1v1 against Cardin real quick. So, we're going to skip to Glinda's class, battle training. So, says, so Izuku has been picked by Glinda. So, he decides to use his primary weapon. So, yeah, I don't have the name. So, comment down below. For this, and I just need the name for this and this. So, I would appreciate that. So, Izuku was called up by Glinda to be the person to choose who wants to spar with. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Izuku walked up. And, yeah, Izuku walked up to the arena, or stage. And Glinda says, choose the opponent that you want to fight with. And he chooses Cardin, because he couldn't take Cardin's crap. So, Cardin walked up. So, Cardin went to go get his gear and his mace. And when he came back, Izuku has this weapon out. Yeah, so he has this sword. Now, Glinda says, "Are you two ready?" Izuku gets into a stance. And, well, obviously, Cardin just gets into his stance also with his cocky attitude. So, when she says fight, Izuku and Cardin charge at each other. Cardin makes the first swing, but he misses, since Izuku jumped right over him. He was about to make a slash, but Cardin was able to block it. When Cardin blocked it, Izuku kicked him right to the stomach and charged his hand full of lightning and shot it right at Cardin. Then uses his lightning to increase his speed and speed blitzes right to Cardin and was all able to make a slash on Cardin. Let's say on the chest plate. Like, it left a scratch on there. So, Cardin looked at his chest and he was pissed. So, Cardin, without thinking, he went. He just swung his mace, and Zuko just swiftly dodges his attacks, which is like randomly. Like Zuko was thinking, "Wow, Carden, Carden's really mad, and now he's just swinging randomly." Now, so Izuku blocks, uses a sword to block his Carden's final attack, and Izuku does a full gut punch with a full charge lightning. No, a full charge lightning punch. There you go. And that blew Carden back and right out the arena. And Carden is out. Izuku's the winner. And everyone cheered except for Carden's team. They were just shocked that someone could beat Carden. So, yeah, give me a sec. Now, also, Glenda is also a startage of Izuku's skills. Like she was really amazed of how skilled that Izuku is. He is like a professional huntsman. So, so, Glenda started clapping and says, "Well done, Mr. Midoriya. Well done. You showed astonishing skill. And you made it look like you were a professional huntsman, and I'm happy for that." So, now, class is over. Now, class is over. Oh, if you hint to lunch. Now, so Team Juniper, I think. Yeah, I think Juniper. I don't know. And Team Ruby pack up their stuff. Even Izuku. Well, Izuku wanted to go like change right back into his uniform, and yeah, and went off to lunch. And obviously Izuku got himself some katsudon. Yeah, he got himself some katsudon. with a soda. Yeah, soda. And they eat. Now, Izuku, while he was eating, the others have just been talking to each other. Now, now let's say that John. Crap, hold on. Now, let's see. John, where he. Well, actually, no, they're just eating their lunch. Team Ruby and Team Juniper are just talking to each other. Hey you guys. Sorry the video had to be cut since my mom came in with some clothes, so I had to edit that one part out. So let's continue. And let me just play the music right now. There you go. Now, from where we just cut off is where they were just eating lunch, obviously. So, I'm gonna just like time skip to like after classes. So, now when they were packing, yeah, when they were packing, Izuku. When Team Ruby was packing, Yang asked Yang asked if Izuku wanted to hang out with them. Izuku said, sorry Yang, I got something planned. Yang says, oh, it's good, that's fine. We'll see you later, Izuku. Alright. So, after Izuku finished packing, he went up to John and said, hey, John, you ready for practice? John says, yeah, yeah. Alright, get your gear so we can practice. Now. Now, Izuku... Izuku... Actually, no. No. Just go change your... No, forget that. Izuku says, just go change your clothes and grab your weapon. And I'll grab mine. And I'll wait for you out in the... Out some... actually, what was a good training spot? Let's just say the fields. Like, the fields. Let's say they have a field. So, I'll meet you out in the fields, John. So, John went to go change his clothes and get his sword. Now, Izuku also went to change his clothes and get his sword. So he played, and as soon as he got done changing his clothes and getting his weapon, he put his headphones on and went to the field, play some good music. Now when he was waiting, he was waiting under a tree. So he sees John coming by. He turned off his headphones and took them off and said, hey John, over here. So Izuku went up to... No, John went up to Izuku and says, so are we ready for this practice? Yeah, John. So grab your sword and I'll show you the basics of how to use it. I'll show you the basics and I'll let you practice on some sword skills. So right now they start training, but first they started Izuku started to teach John how to block first. So they started to do the blocking slowly. And they do it a little faster and faster. Now, it was Izuku's turn to block, and for John to swing at him. So John starts swinging, and when Izuku was blocking John's attacks, he sees no techniques, no balance. So Izuku said, stop. John stopped and said, John, I see that you are, like, rushing things, like, you're not calm, I see no technique coming out. So, I want you to relax your muscles and calm, and I'll show you a bit of basic swings. Like, I'll show you a bit of sword techniques that could work for you. Now, Izuku showed some techniques that could help John with his sword skills. And also, Izuku has also thought of something that he could upgrade John's sword, or should I say sheath. So uh, Izuku asked John this. Hey, John, have you ever thought of like upgrading your sword or your, sheath? John says, "Well, no, but I never thought about that. Oh, like upgrading? What do you ask?" Well, for me, I was thinking of upgrading your I was thinking of upgrading your weapon. Like, for me, I was thinking of upgrading your sheath that can turn to a shield. I was thinking of giving your sheath a deployable blades. Like when you put your sword right in the sheath, instead of instead of um, taking out your sword again, I was thinking of adding deployable blades to make your weapon stronger. And maybe some elemental dust that could give your sword a bit of a kick. John starts thinking about it and he likes the idea. So so he liked the idea, so he went and Zuko says that I may have the parts that could help with that. So so uh so tomorrow I'll upgrade your sword and I'll let you use mine for practice on your swings. So it may like take a couple hours. So is that cool, John? John says, yeah, sure. So yeah, uh, I like that idea. Great. Now let's continue our training, and after that, we go back to our teams. John says, you got it. Now they continued the training until they went back to their team. Now, now when John, no, yeah, when John and Izuku went back to the dorms, Izuku, Team Ruby saw Izuku come back and says, and Blake, no, Weiss says, um, Weiss says, Izuku, well, where were you? Oh, I was out like training John. Really? Yang says, really, you were training John? Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I was. I asked John if he wanted to train to learn more skills with the sword. Blake says that's nice of you. That's nice of you. And I also asked him if he wanted me to upgrade his sword. And when Ruby hears this and says, "Really? Can I help, Zuko?" Uh, Zuko, Ruby, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm the one that made my crescent rose. Wait, you made your crescent rose? Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, I guess you can help. But I'm gonna have to start upgrading his. But I'm going to have to start upgrading it tomorrow. So, so yeah. So I'm gonna go take a shower and and get some sleep. And Yang, don't even think about what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do. So don't. Yang is like, I don't know what you're talking about. thinking in her head, "Oh, I'm gonna do it anyways." Thinking pervy thoughts because she wants to see the muscles and you know. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh jeez. Now, oh, enough of that. Now, when Izuku went to go take a shower, he already knows what Yang's gonna do, anyways. So, now he was taking a shower, and Izuku, well, well, Yang was speaking to the door, and Weiss sees this and says, "Yang, what are you doing?" And Yang shushes her and says, "What do you think I'm doing, Weiss? I'm peeking." Come on, Yang, that is inappropriate. I don't care, but come on, Weiss. Aren't you a bit curious? Oh, jeez. Ooh, I don't wanna. Okay. Aren't you a bit curious, Weiss? Blake and Ruby joins in the conversation. No, joins in the talk and says, Blake says, "Curious of what? Of what Izuku's like?" I'm not gonna say the other part. What Izuku's like? Yang, Ruby, no, Weiss, Ruby, and Blake blush at the thought of what Izuku is like. So I'm not gonna say size. So what size? What is wrong with me? Okay, so 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 now after that, Yang says, "So do you want to peek as well?" Yeah, Weiss says, "No, I don't wanna." Also, Ruby and Blake also don't want to do it. And Yang says, "Oh, suit yourself." And at that moment, when she turns back to the peak hole, she sees. Boom. Little. You know. I'm not gonna say it. Yang is like, "Oh my god." But not that loud for Zuko to hear. So. Says. Ruby is like, "What's wrong?" Yang is like, "I can't believe the size of him." Um, Ruby is like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, what do you mean, what size?" And Yang tells him the size. And, blank. Ruby, Weiss, Blake, blushed real bright red. Brighter than Pierre's hair. And thought how they're gonna get rot, even when they confess. So, now, when Zuko turned off the water and gets out, Yang says, "Oh shoot, he just finished." So, she quietly closed the door. She quietly closes the door so Zuko couldn't hear the door close. And after a few minutes, Izuku is in his changed clothes, ready for bed. Now, when Izuku got out of the bathroom and he sees both Ruby, Yang, Weiss, and Blake stuck standing. So he says, are you three okay? They snap out of it, and Ruby says, uh, nothing, nothing, everything's okay. Just, stuttering. Weiss says, oh, nothing. Uh, nothing. We were just standing here, Weiss says. And Blake is like, yeah, just standing here. Uh, well, okay, but... Okay, let's just get some sleep. And, yeah, okay, Yang was first. So, now, whose turn is it to share bed with? Both Ruby, Blake... No, both Ruby and Weiss raised their hands as it's me! And both Weiss and Ruby start fighting. And Izuku suggested for them to do rock, paper, scissors. And they did. After a few, Ruby won. So, sharing the bed, Ruby. Now, Ruby drags Izuku to the bed and lay down. And start to sleep. And with Yang, she is still thinking of the size. Yeah, she is still thinking about the size. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stop saying that. So now, so we're gonna, and also, so okay, so real quick, since Carden did not confront John, since he got knocked out by Izuku in part 2. So in this one, John still was confronted by Carden and did the same thing. And when John was about to enter, well, he was confronted and went to his team and sleep. So, yeah. So, we're gonna time skip to tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna time skip to tomorrow. And it's when Izuku was getting his parts. Well, getting parts for Izuku to upgrade John's weapon, and with the help of Ruby, since she did make her own weapon. Okay, real quick. So, guys, if Team Juniper and Team Ruby, like, had their weapons upgraded, what would it be? Like, Ruby upgrading her sniper rifle, but she gets to keep the same rounds. And Yang upgrading her gauntlets, and Blake upgrading her sword pistol. Like, the upgrade. So let's continue. Now, Izuku was getting ready to go help upgrade John's weapon, and when he was about to leave the door, he looks back and says, "Hey, Ruby, are you coming?" Ruby says, "To where?" "Well, you did say you wanted to help me upgrade John's weapon." Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, sure, let's go." So Izuku brought along Ruby to the field, and they see John that is waiting over there. Says, "Hey John, are you ready to practice your swordsmanship while I upgrade your weapon?" Uh, yeah, yeah. Alright, here, let me see your weapon. Yeah, here." So John gives Izuku his sword and sheath, and Izuku gave him his sword to practice with. Um, but John asked, "Izuku, why is Ruby here?" "Oh, well, Ruby here is just here to help me upgrade the sword." Well, yeah, the sword. So, yeah. Oh, since she made her weapon, well, her crescent rose. Yeah, I remember she said that she made that, so that's probably a good idea. Alright, John, you start your training. Me and Ruby will upgrade your weapon. You got it. And you can come to me if you need any help with anything. Okay, John? John said okay, and Izuku went to go upgrade his weapon, since he's upgrading the sheath to have deployable blades. Actually, should I also add something to John's sword? What should John's sword have? Hmm. I don't know, but I'll figure it out later. Comment down below of what upgrade should John's sword have, since I'm giving his sheath a like deployable blades. So comment down below of what upgrade should I give to John's sword. So let's continue. So this took a couple of days of, well, some days like of Izuku and Ruby upgrading the sword, and John practicing with some Izuku's help. Now, this was the whole week. Like, Izuku finished upgrading on day 4. Actually, no, day 3 since, yeah, day 4. So, so when Izuku finished upgrading it, he gave it to John and said, when Ruby and Izuku were done with the upgrade, they gave it to John and said, Here, John, the upgrade is done." Thanks, Izuku. Now, just leave the sheath on, and there is a button. There is a button on the where your thumb is. Oh, right here, Izuku? Yeah, press that. Now, when he pressed the button, 2 blades deployed from the side of from the well from the sharp end to two blades just deployed. So, and when John saw this, he says, "Wow, this is awesome! You like it?" "Heck yeah, I like this. Thanks for the upgrade, Ruby and Izuku." "Yeah. Now we'll continue training later. So let's go take a break on lunch." So after they packed up, they went to go eat. So we're gonna skip to the day that they we're gonna skip to the day where Team Juniper, Cardin's team, and Team Ruby with Glinda and the other classes were in the forest, and Glinda was explaining about the sap that that uh that the trees have, the sap. Uh-oh. So she explains to them that they have to collect the sap and put them in the jars. They have to have 5. Well, for Team Ruby, yeah, no, 4 jars, but for Team Ruby, 5 jars. Since they are a 5-member team. Oh yeah, 5 crew team. So they spread off, and Izuku noticed that John was holding most of the stuff, and instead of John following his team, he followed Cardin, which he finds it weird, but he'll figure it out later. So they separate off. Yeah, so they separate off. Except Team Ruby is close to Team Juniper. So Team Juniper and Team Ruby are in one spot, collecting their sap. And wow. So Ruby is with, let's say Weiss and Ruby are with Izuku because they want to get closer to him, and Yang and Blake went to their separate trees because it would be faster to collect the sap. Now he noticed Ren and Nora that when Ren gave Nora the whole jar of the sap, the tree sap, he when he finished filling up the other jar, he sees that Nora devoured a whole jar of the tree sap. Even though it's really sweet, she devoured the whole thing. Jeez. Now, Izuku was like, in his head, damn, Nora sure likes her sweets. Now, so a few moments later, they heard, Ursa, Ursa! Yang grabbed one of the guys and said, Ursa, where? The guy said, there's a huge Ursa that is attacking Cardin. Now, Izuku says, Yang, Blake, you go call for help. Me, Weiss, and Ruby will go. Now, Izuku, Blake, no, Izuku, Weiss, and Ruby went to the direction of where they came from. And when they got there, they see they see that John saved Cardin. Even though he hated Cardin, he saved him. Now, when Izuku was about to jump in, John says, "No, stay back. No, stay back." Izuku says, "John, are you sure?" John says, "Yes, Izuku, I'm sure. I want to do this on my own." Izuku says, "If you're so sure about this, then okay." So, it goes like in canon, but but they were shocked that how much John improved. But right now, John has been knocked back by the giant Ursa. So John looked at his scroll that his aura is low. So he rushed, and without thinking, he went for the slash when the Ursa was about to claw him. But Izuku noticed something. Pyrrha lifted her hand. A black aura surrounded her hand, but he looked back at John to see that John's shield was lifted to block the Ursa attack, and John was able to cut the Ursa's head off. And so Izuku looked back at Pyrrha and says, Pyrrha, did you?" "Yes, I did." Ruby's like, wait, what did she do?" Pyrrha says, "Well, just like Ruby's speed, Weiss's glyphs, and Izuku's lightning semblance, mine is polarity." And Ruby says this, "Wow, you can control pulse." Weiss says, "No, you dunce. She can control metal." "Wow, even better." Now, both Yang, no, both Pyrrha and Izuku start to walk off. Now, Weiss says, wait, shouldn't we report this?" Izuku says, "We would. Or we could keep this our little secret. Don't you think, Pyrrha?" I agree with you, Izuku. Now, let's head back to the others. So, after that incident, they went back to their dorms. Now, for the whole 2 weeks, they had their normal school days, and Cardin stopped the bullying the Faunus. That chill. Now we're gonna skip to the part of where Team Ruby and Izuku are in Vale. Yeah, where Team Ruby and the others are in Vale. Well, yeah. So yeah. So Weiss says the same thing as in Kitten of how wonderful that they're setting up for the Vice Festival. I think that's what they call it. But from what caught their attention was, oops, I just, yeah, was the broken dust shop. From it, what it looks like, it was robbed. So, so the two cops may think it was the White Fang, which Izuku knows the White Fang that are Faunus, but but from Izuku's different perspective, he knows it was shoot, I forget the dude's name. I'm gonna just say he and Izuku may know it was the dude with the top hat. I forget his name though. But White starts talking, you know, crap about the Faunus and the White Fang, of how they're just like steel. Uh, yeah. Now they heard the commotion of the docks, so they went over there. They see a blonde boy with a monkey tail. Yeah, so they see a blonde boy with monkey tail, and he lands on the top of the sign or metal pole. It says, "Get back here, you stowaway!" Hey, a, a stowaway would have been a great stowaway that never been caught. Well, let's just say he says in the canon. And for Ziku, he recognized this person. And he says, "Wait a minute, son?" Now, right before he was going to say anything, he just jumps past. He just jumps past and winked at Blake, which she only had a shocked face. So, Weiss says, like in canon, we must investigate him, and when she was running, she bumped into a girl with orange hair. In buns, I think? And when she looked up, she says, "Damn, darn, he got away." So, Izuku Weiss, no, Yang says, Weiss? Pointing down over she's on top of someone. So Weiss looks down at the person, and that person says, "Salutations." Now, Weiss screams and, "Wah! Oh, I'm sorry." Oh, oh, um, it's okay. Izuku says, "Are you okay, ma'am?" "Oh, excellent." Ruby says, "Do you need help getting up?" "Oh, 1 sec, please." And she does a full kickflip. And, Izuku was like, uh, wow. Like, well. So, no, Weiss was like, and now Weiss was like, "I'm sorry for bumping into you." Now the girl says, "No, it's fine." So, yeah, Izuku says, "So, what is your name?" And the girl says, "The name is Penny, and I'm from." I forget the academy that she says that she was from. White says, "Oh, you mean the school that is coming over to Vale for the tournament?" Yang said, Penny says, "Yes, and I'm combat ready." Oh, jeez. I forgot how funny Penny was. Like, bro. Oh, dear. Now, uh, and Yang was like, uh, okay. So, yeah, we gotta go. So, so we gotta go and bye. Now, when they turned around, Ruby says, "Bye, friend," and walked off. Yang says, "Well, she was weird." And Izuku says, "Well, I gotta agree with you on that one, Yang." Well, White says, now White says, "Where did that scoundrel go?" And all of a sudden, poof, Penny, right in front of Weiss's face. He said, "What did you say to me?" And White was like, "Wait, what? I thought you were." Both Izuku and Yang are like they're with their hands up. Yang says, "Oh, I didn't know you hurt me." Yeah. Penny says, "No, not you. You." Right went right up to Ruby and says, "You called me your friend, right?" Ruby's like, yeah. Yeah, I called you friend. Now, so Penny gave Ruby a tight squeezing hug and was like, "Oh, goody. We are like friends back in canon," but she had to go somewhere. So now, now, we're gonna time skill when the sun's going down. So like it took all night, and like in canon, Weiss starts talking crap about the Faunus, and Blake starts arguing with Weiss of how the Faunus are not all bad, and the White Fang were different from before. And when the leadership changed, everything changed when the whole thing went rough. So now when Ruby, no, when now Izuku was starting to get mad at Weiss that she was talking crap about the Faunus, because for Izuku mother Inko always told that not all Faunus are bad. That we have to treat this Faunus as equals. Ditch the chalky protein. So, not to treat the Faunus as bad people. Like we gotta treat them as equals. They're also human as well. Even though that they're Faunus, we treat them as people. So Izuku was taught of not to treat the Faunus as bad people. Wait, hold up. Yeah, so he was taught, and Weiss took it too far. Blake ran off. Now, when she ran off, yeah, Izuku was like, "No, Blake, wait!" Now, Ruby, no, Izuku starts getting mad and to now starts yelling at Weiss and says, "Weiss, what the hell? You took it too far." Now, why would you say that? Why would you say those things to Weiss about the Faunus? For me, Weiss, all Faunus are not bad, even the White Fang. I know the White Fang's history. They were good before, ever since their leader backed down. Everything changed with the new leader. And you just took it too far. Not all Faunus are bad. You think they steal. No. Now, Ruby, no, Izuku starts explaining about the Faunus that are not bad. And she starts berating her. Now, Izuku says, "I'll meet you back at the dorms. I'm gonna go look for Blake." Yang is like, "Are you sure, Izuku?" "Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure, Yang. I'll go look for Yang. You guys go back to the dorm." Now, so Izuku went to go look for Blake. Now, she... Oh, by the way, there were... Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait, there... No, wait. No. Damn it, she was already at the dorms. Actually, forget the part of them go back to dorms. They were already at the dorms in canon. And when she ran off. Okay, let's change that subject. Okay, you guys stay here. I'm gonna go find Blake. Okay, I'm gonna just go find Blake. So Izuku started running off to go find Blake. Now, when she went outside, she sees Blake right at the statue of Huntsman on top of Grim. Damn, my throat's getting sore. I need to get a drink later, and more like a refill. So I want to charge my thing too. So now Izuku sees sees Blake right at the statue, and she starts running to Blake. And she sees that Blake took off her bow. And this whole time that she was a Faunus, a cat Faunus, that Izuku was shocked that Blake was a Faunus, but she was okay. He was okay with it. So he ran up to Blake and says, "Wait, Blake." "Blake, I know what I said was mean, but don't leave us." Don't, don't worry, Izuku. I'm not leaving. I just want to get things through my head. how about we go get some tea so we can calm things down? Is that okay? Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay, Izuku. Now, when they were about to leave, they hear a voice right behind them and say, "Hey, can I? Hey, can I join?" They turn around and see Sun. Now, Izuku says, "Wait, Sun, is that you?" Sun looks at Izuku and says, "Oh my God, Izuku, uh, Izuku, you're here? Oh, dude, I didn't know you were gonna be here at Beacon Academy." And I didn't even know you were gonna come to Vale. What are you doing here? Well, I did stow away in the ship. Izuku says, "Well, obviously, I did see you at the docks." it, well, Sun is like, um, yeah. But I did come here to join the Vale. Izuku, no, Blake looks at both of them and says, "Wait, Izuku, you know him? No, you know Sun?" Yeah, um, excuse me. Yeah, I met Sun a long time ago as a teenager. No, as a kid. Damn it. Excuse me. Yeah, as kids. But wanna join us, Son, for tea? Yeah, I'll meet you. So, like in canon, they go to the coffee shop to drink some tea. Now, like in canon, Blake starts explaining how once she was part of the White Fang, and the same thing of the backstory of how the old leader like left and the new leader came in. That everything changed. The White Fang. That they were once peaceful but now aggressive. Now, Izuku was shocked at how she was once part of the White Fang, but he was glad that he left the White Fang because she doesn't want to be a bad person. So let's say we're gonna time skip to the docks. Yeah. So we're gonna time skip right to the with the place with the like a lot of containers, the metal containers. So like in canon, they go to the same spot where they fight the White Fang, and what they see shocked both Sun, Blake, and Izuku, which is the guy with the top hat. I literally forget his name. So they were shocked to see that White Fang is working with the top hat guy. I forget his name. Comment down below of what's his name again, because I literally forgot that dude's name. The guy with the top hat. So they were shocked. So Blake starts explaining her plan. So like in canon, Blake throws a smoke bomb, or I don't know if she throws a smoke bomb, but she gets behind top hat guy with a knife to his throat with her sword to his throat and took off her bow and starts yelling about the White Fang working with this fool. But but he the topic guy with his cane, well, shot explosive right on the ground, knocking both, or knocking Blake back. So there begins the fight. So Izuku and Sun jumps in. It starts fighting some of the members of the White Fang. So yeah, it starts fighting fighting the members of the White Fang. Izuku was caught off guard of one of the goons. And I'm gonna introduce this guy early since, yeah, it was the guy with, I think his weapon was the chainsaw. You know, you should watch rwby, the big guy from the train scene. Yeah, from the train where Team Ruby boarded the train with their professor. Yeah, that. so So Izuku was caught off guard by the guy with the big chainsaw. So so Izuku decides to go with the scythe. Izuku takes out the scythe and says, "Ready, big guy?" The guy starts laughing and says, uh, "Bring it." Both Izuku and the chainsaw guy starts battling. They were clashing with Izuku's scythe and the guy with the chainsaw. Actually, what's his weapon? The energy blade? Except his handle was a chainsaw? I don't know, but let's continue. So they both start clashing. Clash. Izuku swinging right with the scythe, but it was blocked. So they keep clashing with each other. So Izuku uses his lightning to uses his speed to blitz, and uses lightning to do a full-on speed kick. That was right behind him, but which it hurt. It, it, the guy flew a few meters, but he charged right back at Izuku. He swings, but Izuku dodged and does a full lightning blast on one hand. It hit him, but it didn't blow him back far. They clashed again, and the chainsaw guy managed to knock out Izuku's weapon, like knock the weapon out of his hand. The dude says, "Ha! There goes your weapon." There goes your weapon. What are you gonna do now? Oh, don't worry. I always come with a backup. So Izuku pulls out this. Yeah, so Izuku pulls out this. The yeah. So he pulls out his pistols and deploys the blade, and they start clashing again. And when Izuku backs up, he starts shooting right at the big boy, and he managed to hit him. And let's say he had fire bullets, so the fire bullets actually managed to hit him. So yeah. And the guy looked at Izuku and says, "Huh, you're good, but this isn't over. We'll meet again. I had fun, man. I had fun, kid. But we'll meet again some other day." So Chainsaw Guy had left, and like in canon, both Blake and Sun fought Top Hat Guy, and with Sun introducing his shotgun nunchucks and his bow staff. Like, bro, who agrees that Sun's nunchucks were badass? Like, when he does the freaking whole nunchuck barrage with shooting with shotguns, bro, those are badass. So, so after the chainsaw guy left, the whole white fang and the top hat guy also ran away. So, from out of nowhere, Penny, no, wait, shoot, I think it's called a bowhead. Those flying things. God damn it, those flying things. It was about to shoot her at them, but Penny comes out of nowhere and does the same thing like in canon. He charges the energy beam and blasts it. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back, and my phone almost turned off. Whew. Alright. Alright. Give me a sec. Now, I just had to open the door for my sister since she just got home. Alright. So, after the battle, there were police at the docks, and Blake, Sun, and Izuku were close to the police car, and in comes Team Ruby, which is Yang, Ruby, and Weiss. And Weiss came up to Blake and said, well, Blake, actually, Weiss went up to Blake and said, said sorry about saying stuff about the White Fang and the Faunus. And Blake also apologizes for yelling at her, and she was about to tell her that she was a Faunus, but Weiss says forget it. I already know. Well, at least that's over. Now, how about we head back to the dorms and I make you guys some dinner. Pretty sure you guys are hungry right now. Son is like, you're not wrong about that, Izuku. I miss your cooking. Ooh. Well, let's get out of here. Now that Team Ruby is back together, they go back to the dorms that Izuku went to go make dinner for everyone. And this was it for Volume 1 of Ruby. So, Volume 2 will start at Part 4. So, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope. And if you enjoyed, comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And if you want more, And I hope you guys have a good day.